Doesn't this just prove that we've gathered lots of clues? I have a feeling that everything will fall into place once we find the real culprit behind the fire.
Then what are we still waiting for? Let's hurry over to the scene of the fire and investigate.
My waves of knowledge will crush you!
Listen to the voice of the flowers.
These results were satisfactory.
Lord Franz is in cahoots with bandits and standing in our way to the truth.
It looks like our hard work is starting to pay off. We're all thinking the same thing, right? This fire had nothing to do with magic or with any mage. Although fire elementals did appear, it was after the fire started. The fire may have attracted them. Someone else sparked the fire before they showed up. The real culprits were those people we saw in Southville before, Lord Franz's henchmen. Disguised as locals, they infiltrated the village and set fire to the wheat.
The villagers already had a poor harvest due to the cold weather. If Lord Franz burned that wheat, then what are the villagers supposed to sell? That's their only source of income. I can't believe he would resort to such underhanded means just to force Northville to plant his grapes.
While everything is pointing to Lord Franz right now, I think it's still too early to confront him. What we need to do is learn more about those weird grapes.
I've made a preliminary analysis regarding this, if everyone will listen. The magic that surrounds Northville is as clear and pure as spring water, while the magic in Southville, on the other hand, is as thick and muddy as a swamp. The biggest difference between the two is their crops. I suspect that those grapes are responsible for polluting the magic in that area. To test my hypothesis, I'd like to return to Southville to gather some samples.
How are you going to do that when Lord Franz is guarding those grapes so closely? Unless... Miss Cassidy, don't tell me you plan on stealing some.
It's not stealing if it's for research purposes. Besides, I'm only doing this to get closer to the truth. I only need a single tiny grape. No one will ever know it's missing. Then I'll take my leave. May Dura protect you.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone, but I must be going. Muriel is still being held captive by General Hogan. I need to return to Hollystone and clear her of any wrongdoing. But more importantly, I need to apologize to her in person. Lord Franz was the real culprit all along, and I am partly to blame for all of the suffering she has endured.
General Hogan will want to know more about what's happening here. I need to make a trip back to Hollystone as well. Lord Franz will never admit to starting the fire. He holds a lot of power around here. Getting him to confess is something that needs to be discussed with the General. Thanks for the hard work. I'll treat you to whatever you want back in Hollystone. And don't worry, it'll be on the General's dime.